You know, after coming out of this movie, I'm pretty sure the inside of my head looks like the bridge to a Star Destroyer. So Inside Out is the latest Disney Pixar film. So 11-year-old Riley is dealing with all the emotions that comes with moving from the Midwest out to San Francisco, and all the while the characterized emotions in her head try to help her through this ordeal. And going into this film, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I only saw one trailer on it and I was like, okay, that seems like a fun concept. I mean, we've seen this concept done before, but after coming out of this, I have to say I absolutely loved this film. It was so good. And like I said before, you've seen this concept done in like TVs and other movies as well, but what made it so good was the execution. Their execution is done so brilliantly, and it's done in a way where kids can get it on a really simple level, but the further you dive into this concept, the more you have to think about it and the more complex it gets. If you're like 6 years old or you're 30 years old, you can enjoy the complexity of the film and how memories get formed and how they shape us as a person. And it was so good. And this movie is something that you come to expect from Pixar. This is the studio that gave you such like great movies as Toy Story, The Incredibles, and Monsters Inc. And this movie embodies everything that Pixar has done in the past. It's such a great family film. There's a big difference between a family film and a kid film. Kid films will have all these stupid, useless jokes, and it's just like, okay. And then there are family films where the children can enjoy it and the parents can enjoy it. Because there are moments in this film where kids can find enjoyment and laugh at the same time. But then there are other ones where the jokes are going to completely fly over their heads and the parents are going to laugh at it because they know what's going on, but the kids are like, okay, whatever. I apologize if this review is very vague, but I don't want to ruin the experience for you because I want you to experience this movie the way I experienced it, not knowing a whole lot about it and just being extremely surprised at how well done the film is. One of the best things I liked about this movie was it didn't have any like annoying, like pointless kid moments. I used to work in childcare, and when movies came out and they had all these moments where it's just put in there just like, all right, let's just put this fart joke in so the kids can laugh at it. And when the kids came back from seeing that, guess who had to deal with the kids saying that stupid line, that stupid joke every 15 seconds? I'm pretty sure there are summer programs going on, and I totally feel for those people that are in that profession. My hat's off to you because I only dealt with it for 3 years and I could not stand it. But back to the movie. There is so much to love about this film. For one, the story is completely relatable. Everybody at some point had to have moved from one location to another. I mean, your dad gets a different job, or you want to move closer to other family members, and you have to leave behind your friends and this whole life you were used to. In my lifetime, I've moved 4 times, and I've had to go through that whole experience of trying to meet new friends and just hoping to fit into this new place that I'm in. The movie really hits you in the feels. There were a couple of moments where I was tearing up and I was just choking back the tears because that's how good it was. And one of the things I was worried about going into the film were the characters, because there are 5 main emotions that this movie follows, is with joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. And I was worried that the entire time that they're going to be complete like characterizations of an emotion. Like anger is going to be angry all the time, and joy is going to be just like all bubbly and like happy the whole time. And for the most part they are, but yes, they did invoke the emotions that they were supposed to, but they ultimately had Riley's well-being at heart. And they all had their roles to play to make Riley who she was and get her through situations in her life that call for fear sometimes and call for being sad and emotional at points. And the last thing I want to talk about this film is the overall message it has. I'm not going to spoil anything, but this movie has an overall message, and I'm a huge advocate about what movies tell us in the long run. Filmmakers in general always have underlying messages they're trying to tell their audience, and this movie does have a great message to tell kids that kids can learn from. Me personally, I don't have any kids, but I am married, and me and my wife do want kids at some point in the future. But I would not mind them going to see this movie because I feel that this movie will teach kids something in the long run. So overall thoughts, I absolutely love this film. I mean, I love the characters in it. I love the execution of this concept and how simple it can be, but yet complex at the same time. I can't say this movie is going to be a classic. Only time's going to tell that. But I will say this: I will put this movie on the same shelf I'm putting Toy Story and Finding Nemo and all the other great Pixar films. You really have to search for things you don't like about this film. But even then, you're just nitpicking, because I'm giving Inside Out a big old yeah.
Oh yeah!
So, Inside Out, have you guys seen this movie? What did you think about it? Leave a comment below, tell me your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button below, help me out please. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and see more videos. Bye, Andrew.